Hi everybody, I am coming to you from my family room. It is after dinner and the sun will be setting soon, but I did want to tape this because I need to get it done. First off, I have a broken foot, so you can see I currently have a boot on, so I'll be going for surgery next week. My dog Scooter is happily itching at himself, and the baby is in the crate getting ready to take a nap. So we're all in the room together, and I just didn't want the puppy to be sad if I left him. So, plus it's very hard to get around with this boot. So anyway, I'm going to go over all of the blushes that I have decided to declutter and all of the blushes that I have decided to keep. So I think it might be half and half, but I'm not sure. I'm going to be giving these to my daughter. I know she's had her eye on a couple of these, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to start out with, I guess I should take the stuff out of the box. This will be a lot easier when I go to put it back in. Here's the contents of one box. Really concerned about whether I really want to get rid of this, but my daughter's coloring is much more appropriate for this, and I'll just tell her if she doesn't want it, she can give it back to me. But anyway, I'm going to go over this first. This is a blush by Douce. It goes into a magnetic palette, and I have so much blush that I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to let that go. So that's one item. My daughter has wanted this Urban Decay blush for a long time. So I opened a few things so I could get the show on the road. This Urban Decay blush, it's so light, it barely shows up on me, but I think it'll show up beautifully on my daughter. It's a slightly peachy, and it is in the color Kinky. So I'll be giving that to, actually she'll be offered all this stuff. This NARS is in Orgasm. I have so many blushes that are just like it that I just don't need it, so I am going to let that go. It is in my use up, but I don't want to have it forever because it's not a cruelty-free brand anymore. This is from Dimitri James, and these powders are so silky soft and beautiful, but I really think they will suit my daughter much better. The bronzer's nice and light, and the blushes are like perfect for her. So I'm going to be giving that to Jess. Okay, so I'm going to open a few more, so hold on. Okay, so here are a few more that I'm going to be decluttering. This is Tarantino, and although this shade is pretty much useless because it's basically all glitter, the blush is beautiful, and so I'm going to offer that to my daughter. The case is just beautiful. The Elf Quad, I'm actually going to get rid of both of them. I'll find the other one, I'll show it to you, but I think this would be enjoyed far more by my daughter than it is by me currently. There we go. This one is by Studio Secrets or Studio Makeup. It's in the color Wildflower. It's kind of a rosy color. It's really pretty, but it's I have so many like it, I have to let it go. Then there's this Catrice blush, which I think she and I both had. This doesn't even show up on me, so I am going to let this go. So that's 4 more. And I'm going to go over the others, which are right here. Okay, so then I have 5 more, and these 2 have gone bad. There's just a little whisper of a not smelling good situation going on. I did use this one quite a bit. I traveled with it. I love Laura Geller blushes, but these are both done. This is Pink Grapefruit, and I think this might be the same. Yep, Pink Grapefruit. So they have both gone bad. These 2 are, I think, the same color. Tropic Hues and Tropic Hues, yeah. So I'll leave it up to my daughter which one she wants to keep. I have a giant size Tropic Hues, so I don't really need either of these. She could give them to friends or whatever. And this blush from Coastal Scents is a beautiful peachy color, but I found out that I have a ton of this kind of color, so I'm definitely going to let all 5 of these items go, with these going in the trash. So that is the first box. I keep these 2 separated because I don't want to mix them up with stuff that I'm going to be giving to people that are still good. Okay, so from this box it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that right? There's 4, 8, 10, yep, 13. So far that's 13 that are going away. Okay, so here are 5 more, and this elf in it looks like it says Twinkle Pop, but I'm not sure. But anyway, it's very peachy, and I'm going to be giving that away to my daughter. This didn't show up on me. It's weird. It's definitely a nice highlighter if you swirl your brush through all of it, but it doesn't show up on me at all. And this is called Pixie Rose Gold, and it is really beautiful. This one is in pink grapefruit. The other 2 that had expired were in pink grapefruit, so I think that this is good because I'll be able to give this one to my daughter. And this 4 quad they're kind of like, there's a real light bronzer here, there's a highlighter here, nice light blushes here. I think these will look beautiful on my daughter because she has the skin tones that are perfect for this. On me, they barely show up, and so I am going to part with that. And this item was something that she had decluttered. I'm giving it back to her. I don't think that, I think it looks too pink on me. And this is, what color are you? It's Bare Minerals blush, but it's too pink, way too pink. So I'm going to give it back to my daughter. It's pretty old, so it could actually go away. Okay, so anyway, now I'll open the last 3 items. Okay, so the last 3 items are blush palettes. I can't remember why I didn't keep that. Probably the blush was a little too rosy on me. I'm just going to let it go. I just can't do it. This Pure item, I really wanted to like this because I like the brand. I like that they're cruelty-free. But this looked out and out orange on me. This was a nice highlighter. And this brown, I don't know. They just were like underwhelming. And I don't think they really suit my skin tone. Then there is this one, which is Lovecraft Beauty. And it's 3 different blushes. They're not showing on camera the way they actually look. So I'm just going to offer this up because I just think that these colors are not really my favorites. And I'm keeping a couple of blush palettes, but I just don't like this one enough to keep it. And this, I don't know. I'm going to offer it to my daughter. I think she already has one, but if she decides that she doesn't want it, then I will have her give it back to me, and I'll take it back. So we'll see what happens. So that is 3 more, which makes a total of 8. I think I had 13 already. So 8 more going bye-bye. Even though those are like pretty full, I kept a lot more than I had intended to keep. These are 2 brushes that I use to stroke them on. I really do like some of these and I just can't part with them. This is Physicians Formula. They're not cruelty-free anymore, but I really like this cream blush. This is another cream blush, and it's really pretty, so I'm going to keep it. I haven't had enough time to play with that yet. I know I have another cream in there somewhere, but we'll move on. This is Gigi Gorgeous, and it is absolutely gorgeous. The blushes in here are really beautiful, and I'm going to start opening some stuff up. I did keep all of these Laura Geller blushes. They're all different colors. None of them are like separating from the pans or anything. And they're just beautiful. I did tend to use the minis a lot more than the full size because I would take the minis with me when I traveled. And now, you know, I'm not keeping any of the minis, but since I have these 3 in full size. This one is in Pink Grapefruit. This one is Tropic Hues. This one is Brighton Pink Buttercream, which is really pretty on. And this one is Roseberry. So I don't need all these. I know I don't, but I like them. And this from Gigi Gorgeous is just freaking gorgeous. Let's see. It says the only blush duo, authentic plus pride. So anyway, I know there's a story behind this. You guys can do a little research. But these are beautiful, the Gigi Gorgeous Cosmetics. I also found another cream product, and that is this Beauty for Real. It's like a blush and a highlighter type of a thing. So I like that. So now I'm going to open up a few more. Okay, so here are 5 more items. This is a Note blush. It's very, very, very intensely peachy, but it looks really nice on. The color is Desert Rose, but it's very peachy rose. It's beautiful. I have these 2 blushes from Tarte, and one is Quirky, and the other one is Party. Both of these are travel size, but you know, I dare you to finish one of these. So anyway, I am keeping both of those. Of course, need I say more about Luminoso? I'm keeping that. And this one is from Makeup Geek, and it does look really pretty on. It's a very slightly peachy color that is really complimentary on, so I'm keeping all those. And now I'm going to go through the rest here. Okay, and here are 5 more. This Wander Beauty is actually a cream blush, so put that with the creams. I'm keeping that. I like it very much. And then I have these loose powders. I have Studio Makeup. I think they're both the same color. Luminous Loose Blush, it says. These are just beautiful on, and if my daughter wants one of these, she certainly can have it. Jess, if you're watching this and you want to keep one, it's yours. But anyway, these are really beautiful on. So, and they're very easy to apply. For years, I shied away from powder blushes, but not anymore. These are just gorgeous. And then there's this Belle Pierre one, which I almost like the most. What color are you? Desert Rose. There seemed to be a theme going on here. But anyway, this is really beautiful on. And this is from Phase Zero, and it's very similar to Orgasm. It's in Making Moves is the color. It's so similar to Orgasm, and I gave up the Orgasm and kept that instead. So, yeah. Now I'm going to move into the other stuff that I kept. Okay, so there are 5 more items. This one really is a highlighter. So I think I'm going to hold this one back when I do my highlighter declutter. So that leaves us these 2 palettes and 2 single blushes. So I have this Tarte palette that my daughter gave me. I'm not giving this up. No, just not. I really like it. Then there is this one from Smashbox. It's actually bronzer and blush. And I think the one on the end is meant to be like a highlighter, but it's kind of like a light bronzer on me. This blush looked really beautiful, and I also swatched the bronzers and stuff, and they look beautiful. So I am going to keep that. You know, Smashbox is a very unsung hero in the beauty community, and I don't understand why. Then there's this little tiny thing, Balm Springs. I might actually break this out of the prison of this cardboard box and put it into my magnetic palette. This one is in, what color are you? It says Balm Springs. Maybe that's the color. Yeah, it's possible. Anyway, I have a palette that I'm giving up that has a lot of these, and so I'm going to keep this, and I'm hoping that that palette is taken in trade by somebody. And this is reasonably new. This is from Milani, and this is in Coral Cove, and it's definitely a very corally color rose, and it looks really, really pretty, so I'm going to keep that. So I kept these, and I decluttered all of these. I think it's not too bad. You don't know, by the way, until you use a brush how these things are going to look on. So I used brushes. Even toward the end where I was just kind of doing it on my arm, I still used a blush brush. So yeah, the brushes definitely help. And I am going to put this one in the highlighters. I might end up giving this away. You know, I think I'm going to offer this to my daughter. And if she doesn't want it, she could give it back to me. So that'll be one more item gone. Stay tuned. I am going to be doing a bronzer declutter. Actually, I should just do it as the tail end of this because my bronzer collection is not that big. So hold on, stay tuned, and I'll be right back. As you can see, my bronzer collection is just not that big. I have done declutters before, and this is what I have left. I'm only going to be decluttering one item from this, but I'm going to open everything up so you can see it. There are a couple here that I'm absolutely drop dead in love with that I won't give up, and there's a new one here that I just got, and I'm very anxious to try. So let's go ahead and open these up. Okay guys, so these are the ones that I'm keeping. They all look nice on, and they fit different like looks. You know, every single time I do my makeup, I use a bronzer. Every single time. So this should be no surprise to you guys that I am keeping all these. It's too many. But as I play with them a little bit more, I guess I'll learn my lesson. Anyway, this is freaking gorgeous. It is the HD BB bronzer from Physicians Formula. This looks beautiful on me, so I'll keep that. This is also Physicians Formula. It has gold overspray on it, which will eventually wear off. This is in light to medium bronze booster, and it's beautiful on, like seriously beautiful on. This is pure, and one of the reasons I kept this is it is one of the few, I can't tell if it's warm in this light. I can't remember whether this is warm or cool, but this is one of the few darker bronzers that looks nice on me, so I did keep that. This one is a perfect light bronzer. It is from Cargo, and it is in the color, it just says bronze. Cargo HD Picture Perfect highlighter in bronze. Well, it's really not. It's really a bronzer. I guess for darker skin tones it might be a highlighter, but my skin is right in the middle, so, and you know, it looks beautiful on me as a bronzer. Park Avenue Princess, my daughter gave me this one. It has the padded top, so I'm not sure if it came in an Ipsy bag or not, because the one that I got in an Ipsy bag didn't have a nice top like that. But I'm pretty sure it's a travel size anyway, but I really like this. It's beautiful on me. Okay, this one is by Winky Lux. Let's see. It says Lisa Frank by Glamour Dolls. Glamour Dolls is cruelty-free. But anyway, it's cruelty-free, and it does look really nice on. I am going to play with these much more, these 6 particularly, and make a decision about maybe letting one of them go. But I need to play with them more. And this came in an Ipsy Glam bag. Now, I know a lot of people were kind of like, this is beautiful, but how do I use it? Because there's bronzer, there's highlighter, there's all kinds of stuff. I just sweep my entire brush through it, and so I end up with a nice light, slightly shimmery bronzer. And I really like this. This is by Mayelle, Maelle, and it is in the color Sun-Kissed Bronzer. So this is just too beautiful to ever give up. And of course, Gigi Gorgeous, I just got you today in trade, so I'm very happy to have this. It's a little bit darker, but I think if I mix the 2 shades together, it'll be perfect. So these are the bronzers that I'm keeping, 8. Ugh, still too many, but anyway, that number will shrink. And then there's this Lovecraft Beauty. I'm going to give this up. I'm going to be periodically weeding everything out over time anyway. So there's always going to be like not all out declutters like this. I originally wanted to do chopping block with the blush, and I got a little bit through and I realized that's not the best vehicle for handling the blushes. So I just figured, you know, that's just not smart. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been my blush and bronzer declutter. I only decluttered 1 bronzer, but I decluttered a ton of blush. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary, and look forward to more videos in my family room because of this. So I won't be upstairs away from the puppy too much. So anyway, thank you very much and have a beautiful evening. Good night.